Well, hello folks, thanks for dropping by. My name is The Custard Prophet and welcome to another Football Manager 2021 video. So I'm not usually a fan of experiment videos. I don't usually watch an awful lot. Kind of how I found Football Manager on YouTube, but I don't watch an awful lot of them anymore. I think they can be quite dull. So why am I doing one? I don't really know. This is one that this is an experiment that I was wanting to do myself just for my own interest, because I hadn't actually played all the way through one season yet. And I wanted to kind of find out who would win the Premier League, those sort of questions, who would be the strikers to look out for. And I've not seen anyone else putting them out yet, so I thought I'd do it myself rather than let someone else do that. Really, I mean, if you've been playing FM in the last couple of years, it's been Manchester City and Liverpool who have been the dominant forces in the Premier League, and I'm interested to see if that still is the case. You kind of expect it to be, but with the whole COVID situation has thrown multiple spanners into multiple works. So what we're going to do is have a little look at the Premier League, the top goal scorers, assists and all these sort of things. See if there's any surprises in there. We might have a little look down the rest of the divisions in the UK as well. If you guys are interested and want further versions of this, I can do this for other leagues because I have loaded other leagues, but I thought I'd keep this video fairly short and snappy. All right, let's go and have a look at the Premier League. Let's see who has won and who has not done so well. Before we move on, in the comments, you're not allowed to go forward and then just come back. That's cheating. In the comments, I want you guys, your homework for today is you put who you think has won the league, the three teams that you think have gone down, and who do you think the top scorer is in the league. 3, 2, 1. Well, here we go, and it is not what I expected to see at all. We have a new Premier League champion, or well, not a new one, they've won it more than anyone else, but certainly new for the last few years. Manchester United have won the league. Liverpool in second, Manchester City third, and I guess you wouldn't be particularly surprised at the teams that are up there in the top six, just the order that they've appeared in. So let's have a little dive down. Let's see how Manchester United won this. So, well, to be fair, they were all the way through leading. They dropped off just at the end here, down into second, and then managed to pick it up right at the end. Look, they lost here against Burnley, 2-3 at home. I haven't seen that one coming. Beat West Ham, lost to Burnley, beat Southampton, and beat Everton, draw against Manchester City. That was an important one right at the end, and they beat Crystal Palace. But what were Liverpool doing there? Let's have a look here. Well, so this is where it gets interesting. So Liverpool beat Arsenal 1-0, big result. They then drew 1-1 with Crystal Palace at home. Disaster. All they needed was one more point, and they drew 1-1 with Crystal Palace. And then they lost 2-1 to Sheffield United. I think that's the definition of bottling at Liverpool, and that's not great. I guess the other surprise here is that Newcastle finished in 7th, so they are in the European spots, which is very, very good. The European Cup, that's a fair big bit of a surprise. Arsenal not faring so well, bottom of the big six, behind Tottenham, way behind Tottenham. That's not gone down well. Chelsea, pretty much on their own, and it's the two Manchester clubs and Liverpool who've been fighting it out to win the league, but it's Manchester United who come out on top. So down, and I think it's probably much of a muchness. If you look from 10th, pretty much everyone from 10th downwards, you could make a case for relegation, possibly with the exception of Wolves. That's probably it. I think all the rest of them could well get relegated. So Fulham, Southampton, West Brom doesn't surprise me at all. I think West Brom probably are going to struggle. As far as I've seen, Southampton are not in top form in this FM. So it's and Fulham. I mean, they're a strong side, but they are so hit and miss. It's hard to say. So that is a bit of a surprise. That's not a real surprise. Let's have a look at some of the players, how the players have got on, and you can see straight away that the surprise top goal scorer. And tell me if this is a surprise to you. Lacazette, top goal scorer, playing for Arsenal, and they're sixth. They still get top goal scorer, just behind Anthony Martial. I wouldn't have thought that either. Bernardo Silva, Timo Werner, you'd have expected him to be up there. Where's Harry Kane? Where is Harry Kane? So Harry Kane, he's played 15 games and scored just 4 goals. What has gone on? In the league, 10 games played, 3 goals scored. He must have had an injury or something. Injuries. Major injury, out for 4 months, broken lower leg. Okay, that explains that then. But it doesn't explain how Lacazette ended up top goal scorer. I wonder whether he's going to be a bit of a surprise package, whether he's someone we should be looking to sign. I mean, in terms of attributes, he does look a fine player, but he doesn't look like a world beater. He looks a decent quality striker worth £70 million, but 22 goals, that's very, very impressive. Right, let's have a look at top average rating, see who's bouncing around in there. There's a few more expected contenders. Looks like Liverpool and Manchester City are ruling the roost here. Bernardo Silva coming out on top with Firmino, Mane and Van Dijk just behind Kevin De Bruyne. And you're looking at a really quite strong 7.80. I mean, Bernardo Silva is head and shoulders above everyone else. Very, very, very impressive. 32 appearances. Firmino's 37 appearances and he's got a 7.61, which is also particularly impressive. But you're not really seeing any surprises here. It's all the big boys. Dele Alli popping up in there. Lacazette's down in 14th. Pulisic from Chelsea appearing down there. And Aubameyang all the way down in 20th. I don't think there's any real surprises there. Not from my book anyway. In terms of assists, head and shoulders above everyone else. Bruno Fernandes. I mean, he is a bit of a star. 17 passing, 16 vision. That is sexual, isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at what he's got going on there. It is really, really beautiful. He's not the tallest, so you don't expect him to be winning headers, but everything else he's going to do the business. He's not going to tackle. Positioning, that's not great, but wow, what a player he is. Let's have a little look at transfers. So top of the tree is Jesus Coruna, who's left Porto and gone to Manchester City for 27.5 million. I do not know this guy. I mean, I haven't got all attributes on, but I can see enough to see that he's an okay player. I guess he's a backup, isn't he, for him? Another player who can play down the flanks. Ahmad Diallo from Atalanta. Well, you can't see much there. Right-sided midfielder, 18-year-old Ivorian. That's not actually who I thought it was. That's a big chunk of money. Is he worth that? It's hard to say, isn't it? John Stones leaving Manchester City and going to Atletico Madrid. I imagine there'll probably be a lot of City fans happy with that. Any surprises here? There's not any massive sales, is there, that have gone on? I can't see any huge massive surprises, probably with the exception of John Stones leaving City. There's nothing else that really stands out for me in amongst all that. Let's have a little look at the FA Cup then. Who's won that? It's Manchester United winning the FA Cup. Manchester United beating Fulham in the semi-finals to go through and win in the final against Arsenal 3-1. Very, very impressive. Let's have a little look. Calvert-Lewin, who's started the season in real life like a train, He does look quite good. He had a reasonable season. 14 goals in the Premier League. That's good. So maybe someone to keep your eye on. I mean, last year, if you bought him, he'd been fairly cheap. Thinking about it, Carabao Cup. They actually called it. So it's sponsored by Carabao in here. Liverpool did get something though. They won on penalties in the Carabao Cup final, so that's pleasing for Liverpool. Manchester City beat Manchester United, so they are not the dominant force. The Carabao Cup has gone to Liverpool. That's going to please the Carabao Cup fans. I'm sure there's so many of you there. So we'll just have a quick squidge down here. So going down, Fulham, Southampton, West Brom, as we said. Who's going to be coming up? Well, from the league below, Birmingham won the playoff, and in the league, it's Bournemouth, Notts Forest are the teams who have gone up. Leaving the league, Huddersfield, Barnsley and Coventry. No real surprises there. Barnsley sort of perennial team to, struggle in that league. Wycombe did very, very well to stay up there though. Very, very well. Well done, Wycombe. Division below, looks like MK Dons have gone up. And Hull, Peterborough and Hull and Peterborough going up with the MK Dons. Hull won the league by 10 points. Good job, Hull City. Very, very nice. Going down, ooh, going down is my club Burton, along with Rochdale, Bobby G's club. Northampton, don't know any Northampton fans, and Plymouth, who is that Trucking Football Managers Club. So it's not a good time for Football Manager creators, not one bit. So let's see, final league division. Grimsby get promoted, beating Tranmere in the playoff finals, and going up alongside them, Salford City. Very good job from the recently promoted Salford, or recently leaguised, if that's a team, legalised. Well, Salford City, Mansfield, Colchester also going up, and down into the depths of despair, it's Barrow and Leyton Orient. That's enough from me. If you have enjoyed that, let me know down in the comments any surprises for you. Do you want to see the leagues from elsewhere? Would you like me to go further on? Any of these things, I'm happy to do those if they would be interesting to you. If not, I'm not going to do that. So if you did enjoy that, hit that like button. Please subscribe if you are new, and I will see you next time for something else. Goodbye.